no easy way to describe what you're about to see and hear. There's no point in trying to label it either. No musical genre really quite fits.
I like to say that it's familiar and unfamiliar at the same time.
There's no rule books. There's no specific music theory that we stick to.
We just know when it feels right, you know?
They're called the Piano Guys, and if you haven't heard of them, you haven't been on YouTube lately. Their music videos are more like travelogues. They've been viewed well over 500 million times. That's billion with a B. And yet, as internet sensations go, the Piano Guys consider themselves a little less than hip.
We're not rock stars. We're the farthest thing from it. Nobody is putting pictures of John Schmidt and Stephen Sharp Nelson on their wall and
In their lockers.
in their lockers, right, and enshrining us. You know, nobody is doing that because we're old, we're dads, we're not good looking. You know, it's just, I mean, come on, let's be honest.
Besides Stephen Sharp Nelson on the cello and John Schmidt on piano, the Piano Guys consist of two others, their producer, Al Vanderbeek, and cinematographer, Paul Anderson, the man behind those extraordinary YouTube videos.
You have to do something different that people haven't seen before in order for them to want to share it.
And for them, being different is all about piano placement, like hoisting one on top of a 1,000-foot cliff in Utah.
We basically just wrapped it in these cables and shrink wrapped it. And
I had no idea what we're doing.
Yeah, you know, you can't go to Home Depot and ask for helicopter to piano tether cables, right? I mean, we just, you know, but it made it.
They managed a mini concert at Iguazu Falls in Brazil and moved a piano by hand along the Great Wall of China.
Basically, they built some kind of contraption where they could rest, sticks on their shoulders, and they were all around it, and they went up probably about 200 stairs up the Great Wall of China.
Carrying a piano.
Crazy.
Those kind of stunts have earned them a pretty hefty internet following. The Piano Guys now have nearly 4.3 million YouTube subscribers and counting.
How many new subscribers do you get every day?
I think around 5,000, I think.
Every day?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can fluctuate.
Isn't that crazy? I know saying it, I don't want to sound nonchalant about it, but I mean...
It's like a whole concert hall
yeah,
every day.
It's like filling a concert hall every single day.
Yes, they do play live, too, like when we caught up with them at the Smith Center for the Performing Arts in Las Vegas. They've released several albums as well, the most recent a live album, out this month. Their fans are as hard to categorize as their music. They're young, they're old, they're male and female, rockers, and not so much.
We can't pretend like we've made our career. They've made our career. And so it's fun to play to them and even to a small extent pay them back a tiny bit for all of the support that they've given us.
We remind each other all the time, don't let it get to your head. This can all be taken away as fast as it came. I want everyone to get used to this feeling of just, the miracles that brought us together.
Our dearly Father, we're so thankful for this opportunity we have.
Not a day passes that they don't give thanks for it all.
We're grateful for
Faith
all
and family
that was
matter
blessed us
most.
with.
They're all devout Mormons. They record not in LA, New York, or Nashville, but in the basement of a modest home in Salt Lake City.
You know, Latter-day Saint or Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, you feel like a lot of people misunderstand you, and that causes a lot of, frustration.
Look, we're Mormons. We don't have horns on our heads. We don't have multiple wives. We're not crazy. We just...
That's debatable.
Well, some of us aren't crazy.
They certainly have a sense of humor about it all. They joke they don't collect wives, they collect children.
That's not one of mine.
They have 16 between the four of them.
I smile a lot in my videos, and people ask me why I do, and it's because of them. It's my wife and my kids. I'm thinking about them and how much I love them and how much they do for me. And so no matter where I go and how amazing the world is out there, it's never as amazing as inside the home.
That's why when Sony Music came calling with a big recording contract, these four dads were at first more worried than excited.
So we're just like, no, thank you.
We said no 6 or 7 times.
They wanted to make it, but not at the expense of their personal lives. Sony compromised, agreeing to distribute their music worldwide and let them work their tours around their faith and family's schedules.
There is an understanding that family will always come first. We're dads first and foremost, and that's been a very important thing for us. And it's kept us alive, it's kept us inspired, kept us doing what we're doing.
Oh, it makes your music better, it makes your performance better. You just feel like everything's in balance, and it's good.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
We were amazed at just what they can accomplish in that small basement studio.
Basically just trying to get all the different kind of sounds, different types of textures, and then we'll just kind of piece it all together.
How about one of these?
Stephen has some 20 cellos, and he can make each one sound like just about anything. We watched as he laid down a buzzing sound. Then something that sounded like a seagull. Then a bang. Mix in a few steel brushes and a little hand rubbing. And then top it all off with John's signature touch on the piano. They are painfully aware the internet is fickle. Which is why they say they trust not just in their talents, but in something larger.
So how far do you think this can go?
I didn't go for a long time.
For now, the piano guys are on a roll, creating that wonderful sound amidst nature's wonders.
If the good ideas keep coming, all of the good ideas are God's, and we'll just rely on that. And if they don't, then there's something else for us.